If you're a teacher in America right now, can you please stay for just a second? I have a question. Are you scared right now? After the past 24 hours in our country, are you scared? Because I am terrified. Because I do not want to be a part of a failing public education system.
I have officially quit teaching. I'm fully resigned from my position. And I'm just sitting in the school parking lot feeling all of the feels right now. Today was my last day in the school.
So, good morning. This is a day that I told my principal that I'm not coming back this January.
I'm going to be putting in my resignation today for teaching. I waited until everything I needed to make sure was in place before I did this. Putting an 11-year career that I went to college 4 years for, so the past 15 years of my life.
Why are teachers quitting in America at alarming rate? Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are breaking down the real reasons behind the mass teacher exodus, from rising student misbehavior and lack of discipline to overwhelmed parents, a failing school system that keeps making excuses, and a salary structure that simply doesn't add up. We'll be reacting to powerful clips from amazing creators who have documented and shared their own experiences. Huge shout out to them for shedding light on this growing crisis in our education system. If you care about what's happening in our schools and want to stay informed on trending real-world issues, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Your support helps this channel grow, stay visible, and continue bringing you thought-provoking content. We truly appreciate every like, comment, and share. Thank you for being part of this community.
Excuse me. Off of your phones. We're in the middle of the lesson. Sir, no, we do not have phones on in class. Give me your phone. Sir, give me your phone. You can get it back after class. What is your problem?
What's your problem, buddy?
You little boy.
Who you talking to?
Look.
Oh my god, what did I just watch? Guys, did you see that? We just watched a video that honestly left me speechless. A student physically assaulting his teacher just because she told him to put his phone away during class. He grabbed her by the hair and dragged her. This is beyond disrespectful. It's dangerous. No teacher should ever fear for their safety just for doing their job. And up next, you're going to see another heartbreaking video. This time, it's a teacher lamenting as he explains why he's resigning. Not because he can't teach, but because his students would rather scroll on their phone than learn. He's emotionally drained, and sadly, this story is becoming all too common. Stay tuned and let's talk about this because something has to be done.
Breaking news, this story behind me is going viral because it's about an Arizona teacher who quits and says he cannot keep up with kids and their phone use. Check this out.
I want everyone to know how exhausting it is for a school teacher to shoulder all of that because, by the way, I'm also supposed to be teaching biology and helping inspire them into science careers.
What did you do to try to stop students from using their phones?
Virtually everything. You mentioned sleep quality. We did, for the entire second quarter, we did a sleep study. Then at the end of the year, we also did a phone detox challenge where the students would directly show me their screen time. I would take the kids out on nature walks where phones stayed in the classroom, and sometimes it was silent, and sometimes they would interact with each other.
Welcome back, fam. Did you see the video of that guy? We heard from a dedicated teacher who opened up about how draining it's become to work in today's classroom. But what really stood out was his effort to still make a difference. He started teaching kids about the importance of quality sleep and even introduced a phone detox challenge to help reduce screen time. That's the kind of intentional outlet teaching we need more of. But unfortunately, so many great educators are burning out before real change can happen. Now, the next video clip is about 2 minutes, but you won't get tired listening to yet another brilliant teacher. This one has decided to walk away from the profession, not because he stopped loving teaching, but because the disrespect from students has reached a breaking point. Even worse, he says the parents are enabling it, backing up their kids with bad behavior instead of supporting the teachers who are trying to help. Let's roll the clip, and as you are watching, ask yourself, what kind of future are we building if we keep losing passionate teachers like this? And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button.
I am a first year high school English teacher. This is definitely going to be my first and last year teaching. I was made very quickly aware of the fact that this is not the profession for me. It is absolutely astonishing and scary how your kids are 14, 15 years old and still do not have the proper reading skills. And I'm not talking about the ESC kids, the 504s, the IEP kids. I'm talking about your everyday regular Joe Schmo from Kokomo kid who does not know how to read and write at the level that they should. And the problem is that they don't care to learn how to do those things correctly. I mean, yes, the problem is your kid. The problem is also you as a parent. When you are stopping your teacher from being able to teach the entire class because you don't want to follow directions, that is a you problem. And the thing is, the teacher will always get blamed. Every single time. It's always the teacher's fault. The teacher can't manage their classroom well. When are you going to start holding your kids accountable for their bad behavior? This is why all these teachers are leaving, because they're tired of getting blamed for your kids' wrongdoing, for your lacking as a parent, for your lacking as an administration. If these kids fail, y'all are going to make it seem like, well, the teacher wasn't doing their job. It's the teacher's fault. No, it's your kid who came to my class, sat there, twiddled on his phone. She wanted to sit here and talk to this girl, do everything but what they're supposed to be asked. And I cannot get them to do their work because they don't care. And they know you're going to make excuses for them. And that's why they continue to do the same things that they do. When these kids get sent to ISS, for whatever the case may be, you know what happens? Nothing. They just sit there on their phone or sit there on their laptop and do nothing. It's essentially free time for them. What are they learning from that? Sure, they might miss out on an assignment, but then here their parents come talking about, what can my child do to make up their grades? How about stop getting suspended? How about when I'm teaching a lesson, close your mouth? How about when I tell you to do something, instead of rolling your eyes and having a nasty attitude about it, you just do it? Put the discipline back into the schools. I'm not saying bring back the paddle, bring back the actual disciplinary actions, because these kids are not learning a thing.
I just love the teacher and his passion. He shared something truly heartbreaking. A 15-year-old student who still can't read and write properly, and instead of the parents or the system to step in to take responsibility, the blame is always pushed onto the teachers. It's a painful reminder that parenting has a huge role in education, and sadly, many have failed at their job. On top of that, the school administration refuses to enforce real discipline, and it's the teachers who are left to clean up the mess. And now in the next video reaction, we'll hear from yet another teacher. This time, the focus is on the poor salary structure and the way the system continues to mistreat and undervalue educators. Passion doesn't pay the bills, and respect can't replace fair compensation. Let's take a look and really listen to what these teachers are telling us, because the message is loud and clear.
I have been a teacher for 10 years, and the most I've made is around $40,000 a year, right? And I've had 3 jobs that had to lay me off, 2 or 3 because of funding issues, didn't have funding, right? And now these people at the Department of Education have been for 10, 20, 30 years making $100,000 a year, 80, 90,000 a year, not educating one student, doing nothing to help the education of these students. So CNN and all the other ones can show as many videos they want to try to manipulate people's emotions, but the reality of it is they didn't do anything. We are 40th in education in the world, and the Department of Education has destroyed our education system.
Thank you guys for staying true. These videos really put things into perspective. When teachers are overworked, underpaid, and constantly disrespected, it's no surprise how many choose to walk away. These are the videos we need to hear and the stories we need to share if there's ever going to be real change in our education system. If this video resonated with you, please drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It may seem like a small action, but it means so much to us. Every click helps the YouTube algorithm to push our content further and recommend us to a wider audience. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your support more than words can say. Until next time, stay informed, stay kind, and we'll see you in the next one.